Imagine a world shrouded in fear. Darkness falls, and whispers of witchcraft fill the air. Superstition reigns supreme. This was the terrifying reality for centuries during the witch hunts. Innocent souls, mostly women, were accused of consorting with the devil. They were subjected to horrific trials and brutal executions. The very air crackled with fear. No one was safe. The roots of this hysteria reach back to the Middle Ages, a time when fear and superstition were rampant. The Catholic Church, a powerful force in medieval society, played a significant role in shaping perceptions of witchcraft and the supernatural. The publication of the infamous text known as the Hammer of Witches in 1486 proved disastrous for many. This text, written by two German monks, Heinrich Kramer and Jakob Sprenger, became the ultimate guidebook for witch hunters across Europe. It demonized women, portraying them as weak, vulnerable, and particularly susceptible to the devil's influence and malevolent forces. The Malleus Maleficarum detailed gruesome methods of interrogation, torture, and execution, providing a chilling blueprint for the persecution of alleged witches. Trials were held in dark, foreboding courtrooms where the accused had little chance of defending themselves against the horrific accusations. Many were subjected to brutal punishments, including being burned at the stake, a fate that awaited countless innocent people. The fear of witchcraft spread like wildfire, causing widespread panic and leading to the persecution of many, often based on mere suspicion or personal vendettas. The Malleus Maleficarum cast a long, dark shadow over Europe, influencing the witch hunts that would continue for centuries, leaving a legacy of fear and suffering. The tolling of church bells often signalled the beginning of another tragic chapter in the history of witch hunts, a grim reminder of the power of fear and superstition. As the pages of history turn, the Malleus Maleficarum remains a stark testament to the dangers of unchecked authority and the devastating impact of ignorance and fear. Fueled by religious fervour and the fear spread like wildfire. What began in Europe soon leaped across the Atlantic to the New World. Social anxieties and existing tensions fueled the flames. Accusations flew. Neighbours turned on neighbours. Friends became enemies. Anyone deemed different, eccentric, or simply unpopular could find themselves facing accusations of witchcraft. The witch trials were spectacles of cruelty. Accused individuals endured horrific torture. Sleep deprivation, crushing weights, and the infamous swimming test were common. Confessions, often coerced under duress, sealed their fates. Executions were brutal, usually by hanging or burning at the stake. The screams of the condemned echoed through the ages, a chilling testament to the depths of human cruelty. Perhaps the most infamous example of witch hunt hysteria is the Salem Witch Trials of 1692. In this small Massachusetts community, accusations spiraled out of control. Over 200 people faced accusations. 20 were executed. The Salem trials serve as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of mass hysteria and unchecked fear. As the 18th century dawned, the age of enlightenment began to challenge superstition and promote reason. Witch hunts, with their roots in fear and ignorance, gradually declined. Scientific advancements and a growing emphasis on individual rights helped to chip away at the foundations of these persecutions. The flames of hysteria, while not entirely extinguished, began to flicker and fade. Echoes in the present, the enduring legacy. The legacy of the witch hunts continues to haunt us. These dark chapters remind us of the dangers of unchecked power, mass hysteria, and the persecution of the innocent. The scars of these events serve as a chilling reminder of humanity's capacity for cruelty and violence. Witch hunts today, a different disguise. While the traditional witch hunts may be a thing of the past, the underlying dynamics of fear, scapegoating and persecution persist. Today, we see echoes of these patterns in the targeting of marginalized groups based on religion, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. The language may have changed, but the underlying mechanisms of prejudice and discrimination remain eerily familiar. Learning from the past. A call for vigilance. The dark history of witch hunts serves as a stark warning from the past. It reminds us of the fragility of justice and the ever-present potential for fear and ignorance to consume societies. These events, marked by hysteria and baseless accusations, led to the persecution and execution of countless innocent people. The witch hunts are not just a chapter in history books, they are a mirror reflecting the dangers of unchecked power and mass paranoia. As we delve into these grim episodes, we see how easily societies can be swayed by fear, leading to the erosion of rational thought and justice. It is a chilling reminder that the seeds of injustice can sprout in any era, under any guise. We must remain vigilant in challenging injustice and protecting the vulnerable. This vigilance is not just a passive awareness, but an active commitment to stand against the tides of ignorance and fear. Only through education, empathy, and a commitment to justice can we hope to prevent history from repeating itself. Education enlightens us, empathy connects us, and justice guides us. By learning from the past, we arm ourselves with the knowledge and resolve to build a more just and compassionate future. Let us remember that the lessons of history are not just to be studied, but to be lived, ensuring that the darkness of the past does not overshadow the light of our future. Conclusion. Never forget the flames. The flickering flame of a single candle in the dark serves as a poignant reminder of the light that can emerge from even the darkest of times. The witch hunts stand as a chilling testament to the darkest impulses of humanity. These trials, often fueled by fear, superstition and a desire to control, led to the persecution and execution of countless innocent people. The hysteria that gripped entire communities serves as a stark reminder of how easily reason can be overshadowed by panic and prejudice. They remind us of the devastating consequences of unchecked power, blind faith, and the dangers of mob mentality. The fervour of the masses, driven by a mix of fear and fervent belief, often led to tragic outcomes. The symbols of authority and religion, when misused, can become tools of oppression rather than instruments of justice and compassion. As we move forward, we must carry the lessons of the past with us, remembering the victims and vowing to never forget the flames that consumed so many innocent lives. These historical documents and memorials serve as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of vigilance against the forces of ignorance and intolerance. The burning pyres, once symbols of fear and death, now stand as solemn reminders of the need for empathy and understanding. Only then can we hope to create a more just and equitable world for all. By holding candles in remembrance, we honour those who suffered and pledge to build a future where such atrocities are never repeated. The sunrise over historical sites symbolises a new dawn, a chance to learn from our past and forge a path towards unity and peace. Clasped hands in solidarity represent our collective commitment to justice, equality, and the enduring power of human connection.